You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know
Could
what
be.
we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. Word out. That's the word. I don't know how that got in my head.
Word up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you listening to some funky, fresh music? Hey, and welcome to Destroy All Movies. Not
That's
media.
right. You got it right this week.
Yeah.
A very old habit came back with Destroy All Media.
Yeah.
For those of you
why
who don't
did
know, that is what this show was called when we first started.
Why did I what made me think of that? Like, I haven't said Destroy All Media in years.
In like 6 years.
Yeah.
No, more than that.
More than that, yeah.
At least 8. Yeah, at least 8 years.
Yeah. So I don't know. I apologize to our listener, Carl.
Although when we first changed our name, you used to say Destroy All Media all the time.
That is true, but I haven't said it in 8
It took
years.
you a while to get used to Destroy All Movies.
Right. So, Carl, I apologize to you, who's you're the listener. So,
Right. Yeah, no one else is listening.
no.
So,
What's up, people? I'm Richie.
let's talk about... I'm Jim. Yeah, we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Uh-huh.
What we're going to talk about today is not a current movie. It is a movie that's pretty old. What year did this come out? 99.
And it sucked then, and it sucked now.
We decided what we're going to do. We're still going to do new movies, but maybe every other episode, every 2 episodes, we will rewatch the Star Wars saga in chronological order and give the prequels a second chance. So what we're basically doing, we're going to watch episode 1, 2, and 3, Solo. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, and 3. Then it would be Solo, right?
So right, then
Solo,
then
Rogue One,
then 4, 5, and 6, and
then
7,
4,
8, 9.
5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
was
that's
there
what I just
anything
said.
in between there? No, they didn't make any
No.
other movies. No.
Unless you want to watch like the Star Wars holiday
can-
special with Chewbacca.
Oh, that's right. It's on you. I think you can see it on
Oh.
YouTube, but
Ugh.
it is not on Disney Plus, and I don't know why. Put it on there, George Lucas. Come on, let him do it. It
Right.
was stupid. We know you only did it because you were pressured to do it.
Right.
You know,
So
Star Wars was a hit, but you still weren't independently wealthy from the toys. So,
like you are now.
yeah. By the way, I was looking at
So.
some Mando toys,
Uh-huh.
and they got a few dark sabers,
Right.
And they even have like high end ones.
Are you gonna get a dark saber, dude?
No, because I've read the reviews. Some people are saying that, oh, I'm really disappointed in this. The handle is great, but the blade itself, they said, is not good. It's loose in the thing. It falls out if you swing it.
Right.
And And on one side, it has that dark look to it with the glowing edges. But on the other side, they said it's like you see a lot of white shining through.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe that's
not,
maybe that's the good side coming out.
Yeah, that's right. So I did catch up on our Mandalorians. So I did. Spoiler alert. Did see the Boba Fett episode. That was the last episode broadcast by the time at the time we're recording this, and Boba Fett was a badass, more badass than he was in Star Wars.
He's worth a lot to me. That's the only.
Doesn't survive.
It's so funny that I said it's so funny that he had 2 lines,
right,
and he became one of Star Wars' favorite characters.
Well, he became popular just from that Star Wars holiday special, because that's where they first introduced him.
Boba Fett?
Was an it was an animated short,
right,
during the Star Wars holiday special, because that gun that the Mandalorian has,
right,
that blaster with the fork on the front,
right,
that gun, Boba Fett carries that gun in the animated special.
I see.
Yeah, so that's why when Mando had it, I recognized it, because that's the one that Boba Fett had in the animated special on the Star Wars holiday special, where they celebrated Life Day with Chewbacca and his family, Itchy,
Scratchy,
Nala, I think,
Bitchy,
and Num Num or something like
Num Num and Choo Choo.
The grandfather's name was Itchy.
Yeah,
and it had B. Arthur in it. It had B. Arthur in it. It had Art Carney in it.
Wow.
Art Carney played Ed Norton on the old Honeymooners TV show, and he played a part in the Star Wars holiday special.
Wow.
He celebrated Life Day with the Chewbacca's family. And Princess Leia sang a song.
Carrie Fisher?
The Life Day song. Yeah.
Was it like Life
at the
Day,
end
Life Day,
when Han Solo shows up and Luke shows up and then they sing some song. Well, Princess Leia sings it. Oh, no, who else was in it? Starship.
No.
The band.
Oh yeah. We built this Life Day. We built this Life Day on.
Yeah, because the kid's watching some wacky holographic TV, and he tunes into, or no, was it it, or it was the grandfather, Itchy?
I don't know.
And he starts watching it, and it's a holographic starship singing some song. I forget what song they played.
Wow!
But it was right after Built This City when they had that hit, so they were making the rounds of guest appearances. If you get a chance, go to YouTube and see it if you've never heard of it.
Yeah, Carl, go to YouTube.
I'm sure Crazy Carl has seen the.
Just in case. Well, we're the only one we're talking to him, Jim. You gotta, just let it go with the other people listening. Carl's the one.
Carl is the one.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, Phantom Menace. Let's get this.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and I was so psyched to see this thing the first time, not now. So psyched to see it. It was like I watched it the first time, and yeah. What about the poster?
When we saw just the poster that came out.
Yeah, with the kid in the shadow was Darth Vader.
Yes, that was. Yeah. I was just like, I couldn't wait. And then when I left the theater,
and then
I left heartbroken.
Yeah. So this came out in 1999. It was written and directed by George Lucas. It starred Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor,
right?
Natalie Portman, Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker,
right?
Ian McDiarmid, who was the Emperor,
right?
Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, and Frank Oz.
Yeah. So Yoda had a lazy eye in this movie.
Yeah, it's because they used a puppet. Because they didn't. The first puppet was horrible.
Yeah.
And then they made him in the subsequent movies
digital,
right? Which looked almost as crappy.
Oh, this is a perfect. This is a perfect scenario where you have become so big that people are afraid to tell you no.
Yeah, everyone. Well, that's the thing is, when this disc first came out, I watched the behind the scenes stuff,
right.
And one of the producers is just, oh, and George this, oh, and George that, and when he said this, we would do this and that. I'm saying, man, did anyone tell him?
No. Maybe
we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Maybe the story would be better if we didn't have fucking Jar Jar Binks in it.
I was gonna say, Jar Jar should have been once they got out, into Naboo, right? Once they got out of the planet core and got into Naboo, I would have been like, "Thanks, buddy, you're free. Go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like why were they dragging around?
Right. I'd be like,
you Binks.
He was like, "What?" I'd be like, "You so wait here," and then just walk away. He's an idiot.
Yeah. So this movie revolves around trade negotiations. The ever popular plot of movies I'd like to see.
Absolutely.
And the very racist trade federation, and people say, well, oh, it happened in 1999, so having people speaking broken English with Asian accents is okay, or Jamaican,
right?
And I'm saying, man, this movie was incredibly racist.
Anyway,
so they're the Trade Federation, and they got a blockade around Naboo,
right?
Where the Nabooians, and they call them Nubians in this, and that is not they're not Nubians.
No,
they're not from Nubia.
No, they're from Naboo.
They're from Naboo. They're Nabooians.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again,
right.
It should have been corrected.
Well,
Nubian, and a fucking Italian. Even had an Italian name. Oh. So don't give me this. It's not racist.
Watto.
So, Chancellor Valorum, who was General Zod.
Yeah.
So General Zod.
Why do you say such things when you know I will kill you for it?
General Zod sends what's his face?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
To go and settle the dispute. They land on the old Galactic Federation or whatever they go, Trade Federation ship, and the Trade Federation people try to kill them, but they're Jedis, right? So they got super Jedi powers, so they can hold their breath a long time.
No, they have a rebreather. They have the rebreather.
No, they breathed in. They went, no, I think that rebreather works like a gill. You need water to get the oxygen.
I see.
I don't know.
Why didn't they have one? Why didn't they put that in when? I guess because they could have put that in and they just held their breath.
Because they can. Because they. Here's my problem with this whole scene: is right off the bat they want to show Jedis at full power, and my biggest problem with all of the last three movies and the first three movies are the Jedi are too powerful. Like they have too many, like they're fighting these droids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the droids shooting them, and they're blocking them with the lightsabers and shit. But then Obi-Wan just casually pushes them, two of them with the Force, and they just break apart. They smash against the wall and break apart. Why didn't you do that to all of them?
Yeah. Well, as you saw in The Mandalorian, when you use the Force a lot, you get tired.
Well, but the thing is, they use their super Jedi powers where they can jump real high, they can jump down from real high,
Right.
and they can run and they can move like really lightning fast, like the Flash.
Yeah.
And, and I was saying, well, why didn't they just run through the ship at that speed?
Right. Well,
and just get to the bridge before they had a chance to close the doors.
Why didn't Kevin McAllister just call the cops when he knew that the robbers were coming back at 9:00? Same reason.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm just saying, I call shenanigans on the old Jedi powers, because if you had those powers, you would use them, not just pull them out toward the end of fights or stuff.
I mean, if Kevin would have just called the cops and said, robbers are coming back at my house at 9:00, Home Alone would have ended a lot different.
And their parents would have been fucking arrested. Kevin's parents. They abandoned the kid.
Child services would be there.
Where are your parents? Oh, they're on vacation.
They're in France.
And they just left you here? What kind of parents are they anyway? That they completely forgot about their child.
Hey. So,
I'm sorry.
I know we had to throw another movie in because fucking this movie, dude. After watching here's the problem about rewatching these movies. Now that The Mandalorian's out and seeing how good the effects are, and watching the behind the scenes after the first season was over and how they do shit, and then watching all this digital nonsense from the 90s is fucking hard to watch.
It is, because it does not look real.
No.
It looks like a matte painting.
Yeah.
It looks worse than a matte painting.
It looks worse than the original Star Wars. When you saw this, you were like, oh, all this digital stuff you can do. And the original Star Wars was models and still photography and stuff.
And real sets that had smudges and fingerprints and things.
Right.
Like, that was the beauty of Star Wars, is things looked used.
Right.
Things looked like people actually used them. They weren't like Star Trek, smooth and pristine and clean.
Right.
Things were dirty. Things were smudged. Hell, Darth Vader's helmet had fingerprints and smudges all over it in the first Star Wars.
Exactly. He got shinier throughout.
Yeah, so he did. It just kept getting shinier and shinier.
And his eyes got darker and darker. Because the first one they were kind of red.
Star Wars, he had red lenses in the helmet,
right?
And there was that one scene where he's in the TIE fighter where you can actually see his eyes. He when he goes, what?
Yes.
When he does that and turns his head, you can see through the lenses and see his eyes. To the late David Prowse, who...
Wow. Oh, yeah. Is that why we're doing this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He died recently, so that gave me the idea that maybe we should revisit some of these Star Wars movies and give them a second chance. Because I haven't seen this... I have not seen this movie in at least 10 years.
Right. Neither have I. So here, again, they could have. This movie would have been way better without Jar Jar. Like if they brought back the Gungans at the end, like they did, other than the crap, and someone maybe talk to Lucas and be like, maybe the frogs shouldn't talk like that. Like this is
maybe they shouldn't say Misa.
Yeah, like
Misa like.
Yeah, like I said, there was nobody on his staff going to be like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, it's like something, this is really making me uncomfortable.
You remember how the first 3 Star Wars you did were really good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one isn't really good.
Yeah, it's like, I think people are going to have a problem with this.
Yeah,
You know,
because Misa does right now.
yeah, yeah.
Anybody have a problem with this? Misa does.
So they jump on board. They see that the Trade Federation is sending their droid army down to the surface.
Real quick, you got to get rid of that fucking Zoom thing behind you. It's creeping me out, man. I don't know what it is. That little girl in the bottom just keeps, when you just let's
that could
get
be Bernadette.
I don't know. I don't
remember.
It's weirded me out.
Remember Bernadette?
No, I don't.
Remember Bernadette? She was the one that did that thing with the arms with the butterfly.
Oh, this thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, that's much better.
Don't know what the hell we're talking about there.
No, thank God. But keep it in.
They go down
because the movie sucked.
Yeah. So they go down to the planet. They hop on board these ships. Transports going down to the planet. And Qui-Gon says, "Oh, let's stow away on 2 separate ships." And I'm sitting there going, "Why?
Why? Right.
Why 2 separate ships?"
Yeah, just hang out with me.
Yeah. It's because they had to separate them when they first hit the planet.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's why he died in this movie, because he's just dumb.
so they go down, they hide out, and these things are coming, and Qui-Gon's running, and he runs into Jar Jar Binks.
Right.
And then I think Obi-Wan has to kill off some of those droid on speeders.
Right. So why if he's stowed away on the ships, shouldn't he still be on that big ship? Like, shouldn't he be on the ship that's running?
I think they implied he was on a different ship and it was already emptying out.
Oh, okay.
Because that ship that almost hit him,
right,
that kind of ran him over, was going somewhere.
Right. But
it was traveling.
My other question is, he's obviously been running for a while. Why didn't he just do the duck and cover sooner? And he wouldn't have run into Jar Jar.
Right. Or run fast like a Jedi can instead of the trotting he was doing.
Yeah, do that little shoom thing.
Yeah, and just go sideways.
Yeah.
Why can't people run sideways in movies when they're being chased by something big? Or if something big's falling on them? Like that alien movie we watched where what's her face? Charlize Theron got crushed by the spaceship.
Yeah.
Because she kept running forward instead of sideways.
Well, it's funny because I watch people run sideways all the time every Sunday at NFL. It's like it's harder for them to run straight.
Yeah, if they run sideways, it's hard it's hard for people to tackle them if they're running. Sideways. If they run, I don't know, man. It just seemed like you have a lot of force powers and you're not using them. Nope. You had a lot of rest while sitting in that ship coming down to the planet. You had a lot of time to get your second wind and start running.
Why wouldn't? So he's on the big ship, right? And it's starting to empty out, and they have all these little ships bringing the the droid army over to Naboo. Why not just jump on one of those ships, and then you won't have to run? You can they'll give you a ride, and you go right to the Naboo.
Yeah. He could have just stayed on. Yeah, it kept going.
Yeah. I'm going to be on this ship now. Obviously, he didn't. He was good enough not to get noticed getting on the big ship. You would think he would also be good enough to not be noticed getting on the little ship.
Right, because it was all enclosed. Yeah, all the robots were inside.
Right. They weren't turned on yet. Right, and they weren't turned on yet.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't turned on. The robots.
Right.
They weren't activated.
Yeah. So no one's going to be like, Roger, what are you doing here?
Roger, those stupid freaking droids.
Nothing about this movie was fucking good. Nothing.
The only
Like, I can't. Like, I was like, all right. Trust me, I fast forwarded through a lot of this because I was watching it, and it was funny. My wife said something, and she was like, "Who's that little kid?" I said, "Darth Vader." She's like, "Oh, seriously?" Because she's never seen these. And she's like, "That's supposed to be Darth Vader." I said, "Wait until the next two I have to watch."
Yeah. Wait till you see him grown up a little.
Yeah, fucking be the whiny. I said he goes from an annoying kid who speaks, fucking stupid, to a whiny teenager to Darth Vader.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
No.
So Qui-Gon is talking to Jar Jar Binks, and Jar Jar Binks says, "Oh, I'm Gungan, and I'm from underwater, and I got thrown out. I got exiled, and but
you should follow me. You should follow me.
Yeah.
No.
So they go swimming underwater, and obviously Jedis also have the power to protect themselves from water pressure.
Well, they didn't go down that far.
Yeah, but even if you go down like 100 feet without scuba gear, down 100 feet without going down slowly and shit, and equalizing your pressure.
Oh yeah,
that could be bad. But I guess Jedi have the force. Like a force field too.
Yeah, they have the force.
So they meet the boss man. What the hell is that dude's name?
Boss man.
Boss Nass.
Yeah.
Boss Nass. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Jar Jar, you were being punished.
Yeah, shit like when my wife looked at me and I said, don't look at me, I didn't write it.
So Liam Neeson
like, this is terrible.
Liam Neeson does the old Jedi thing where he says, you're going to give us a transport and you're going to let us go in peace and blah, blah, blah. And Boss Nass says, oh, okay, you'll get a transport and you can go in peace. And then they, instead of going back where they were, which is close to where the Naboo were, they decide they have to go to through the planet core. For what reason, I don't know. Why don't they just go to the surface where there's no monsters? There's no underwater monsters. Go to the surface and travel.
Cruise that surface.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to the surface. You could just go just a bit under it. Like, no one's going to notice you. 10 feet.
Right. Just stay away from the place that has giant underwater monsters.
Yes. Well, then would it have been as exciting?
Yeah, really, yes. Well, the thing is, Qui-Gon is as cool as a cucumber. While all these monsters are coming after the ship, including the one that actually bites into it with, and is holding them there. And he's like, oh, Force tells me there's going to be a bigger monster. Eat that monster.
Yep. Everybody sit back, relax, and smoke a little weed. Everything will be fine.
Yeah. Qui-Gon there. There's always a bigger fish.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a wise old Jedi.
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish. Everyone's like, yo, puff, puff, give, son.
So they show up and they meet Queen Amidala, who talks in a monotone and, has no inflection in her voice when she's as the queen.
Yes. She should be talking like, hello. I will not have my people. I will sign no treaty. Hello. Like every queen should talk like, hello. I will sign no treaty.
Hello, Qui-Gon.
Yes, hello. Oh, are you the Chancellor's ambassador? Yeah.
So they
That would have made the movie better.
Yeah, so
I will
the
sign
queen
no
says,
treaty.
so what's happening is behind the scenes. The evil Darth Sidious is
Yes.
manipulating the situation
Mm-hmm.
to try to take control of the Republic.
Right. So it seems to dupe multiple star systems and multiple different type of life forms. You need two things: an oversized robe with a big hood, and the ability to make your voice gravelly.
I know. It's like,
that's it.
yes. So he's like a senator from Naboo
Right.
at the Galactic Senate,
Right.
Palpatine.
Right.
When he's the senator from Naboo, he talks normally.
Right.
But anytime he is Darth Sidious, he's got the hood on.
Right.
Is when he speaks with the gravelly voice. I will make it legal.
Yes, I will make it legal.
That's good. You should, dude. If you keep doing that and wear a hood, we could take over the whole galaxy. No shit. You
you'll
think
be
people will buy into that? No,
but
dude.
you got to keep talking like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that? You will give me your planet, puny.
Dude, you got to put
Wait
the hood
a minute.
on.
Oh, hold on. There's my hood.
Yeah, Palpatine.
Yes.
People don't
Yes,
think
I'm
you're
sorry.
a villain enough.
Oh,
You need to really broadcast your villainy.
all right. How's
by,
this?
putting
How's
on an evil villain voice.
Yeah, give me my bathrobe. No, the big one.
No, the black one.
The black one. The one I got
Not
on
the white terry
vacation.
cloth one.
No,
Not the white terry cloth one that I stole
I stole from
from the Hilton.
Give me, bring me my slippers.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, not that.
Not that one.
Stole
It
from the
says
Hilton.
Galactic
It
Hilton.
has little soaps in the pocket.
Yes, stole it from the Galactic Hilton.
Yes. Stole the soaps too. They're
Yes.
nice. They smell nice.
Yes.
I like them. I squished them together to make a big soap.
It just has a GH on it.
Yeah.
Coruscant Hilton.
The Coruscant Hilton. So he has an apprentice too.
Yes. Use my
Yes.
use my points so I get the suite.
It's my points. Do you want my rewards card?
Yes.
What?
Here is my rewards card.
Wait a minute. You going to Naboo? You going to check into a hotel?
Yeah.
Do you have a rewards card? No. Could you use mine? Because I could use more points.
Yes. Use my rewards card, Darth Maul. When you get to Tatooine.
It entitles you to breakfast.
Yes,
At
Darth
the
Maul.
buffet.
I will be dispatching you to Tatooine. But when you get there, you have to stay at the Hilton and use my rewards. So I get the points for next time I travel. You will
I
get
am
the
this
free
close to a free night. It's close.
Yes.
I will be able to stay. I will be able to stay at the president's suite. You, on the other hand, will be entitled to free muffins and all the coffee you can. It's called a continental breakfast. It's quite delicious. For I
Don't use the coffee machine. Don't use the coffee machine in the room. It's terrible. Just go down to the
Yes.
buffet. Got great
Go
coffee.
go down to your continental breakfast and have some cereal. or very
They
questionable.
have like 5 kinds.
But don't have the eggs because I heard they're powdered eggs from.
Yeah, the eggs are not so good,
Yes.
but they have Fruit Loops.
Yes, they have Fruit Loops and very questionable pancakes. I think they shipped them in frozen. They don't make.
Oh my god! So he sends Darth Maul to do something. I don't know. Go find them. Go find the queen. Because the queen and everybody they jump on board the queen ship and they get shot a few times, and all of the R2 units get picked off like
Like
like some freaking
like in seconds.
yeah, except for R2, who knows how
Right.
to fix things
Yeah.
and showed his
Yeah.
skills by fixing the hyperdrive on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got a leak, so they have to stop at Tatooine and get parts. When they get there, they go to a parts dealer, Watto, the flying Italian parts
Yeah,
dealer.
phenomenal, yes.
Yeah.
All I got are the backs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody want to be in the picture? You go to the other side of the table. Oh, the bag. And he goes, Nubian, yes, I got Nubian hyperdrive, baby. I can hook you up.
Yeah, I'm the only
And
one.
except
the only one.
they don't.
He's like,
I'm the only one on
What was that?
Tatooine who has it, yes?
he said he's
The only one on Tatooine who has it, yes?
like, how does he know all the other, dealer inventory?
Yeah, and he's going, Qui-Gon should have said, wait a minute. You're telling me that there's only one Nubian hyperdrive on this entire planet, and you have
Yeah, that's it, yes?
Oh, I buy it.
Yeah.
You go check it around. Let me know.
Hey, you want it? So he has to raise some money because Watto won't take galactic credits.
Yeah, no.
And
What do you think this is? Oh, what do you think this is? The Hilton? Get out of here.
Yeah, you'll get no points from me.
Yeah, you'd be better off eating that continental breakfast.
Yeah. But I may reconsider, if one of those muffins show up.
Yeah, I like the muffins.
Yes,
Don't
don't eat the pancakes though.
don't eat the pancakes or that. Don't eat the breakfast sausage. Turkey sausage, not great.
So they he has a kid working for him, Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin and his mother are slaves, but
Mhm.
seems to have like a normal working hours for a slave.
You would think that he's like
So
clean up and then you can go home. Woohoo!
So Padme, one of the queen's handmaidens, goes with them
Right.
to the town, and she meets Anakin, and she's an adult, and he's what,
8.
11, 12 years old? 8?
No,
He's supposed
like
to be 8?
8 years old.
And she goes, someday I'm gonna bang that kid.
I like him young.
Yeah.
So
She's
when
like-
she's Padme, she talks normally.
Right.
She
Yeah, another
doesn't
one.
She doesn't talk in that monotone.
Yeah.
So they come up with this great idea where they have the pod racing on Tatooine,
Right.
and the kid has built the pod racer, So Qui-Gon Jinn is going to win the prize money, but he also makes a bet with Watto.
Right, because he had a
for the
chance cube.
kids. Yes, I happen to have a chance cube here. And of course, Qui-Gon uses his force powers to rig the dice.
Yes.
Kid wins the pod race against Sebulba.
Right.
Sebulba. We see Jabba the Hutt.
A very horrible digital version of him and
yes. And
Jabba and Judy the Hutt.
Yeah, Judy the Hutt. There was a female Hutt.
Yeah.
No, and what the hell's the guy's name? Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
The guy with the thing wrapped around his head.
Right.
Say Jabba no bada.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some muti? Oh, so goody.
He was not good at alien language.
No. It was terrible.
It was terrible.
So the kid wins the pod race, and the pod race was kind of exciting, except he throws in the two commentators.
Oh my God.
It's a two-headed commentator, and one speaks English and the other speaks some other language.
Gibberish. Right.
the gibberish language. And the comments are so terribly corny and bad.
Yes.
I don't care what planet you're from, that's gotta hurt.
Right? I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
did he lose a bet when making this movie?
But it was like cringeworthy.
Well, I know. Excuse me. I just blew my nose. I know that his daughter likes some shit. Like that's how Jar Jar, became part of the movie. Like I remember hearing a lot of stories about
why Jar Jar was
why like his daughter really liked it, and they were really all her friends. So he made this movie for fucking children.
Right.
So yeah, Misa thinks it sucked, but his kids at the time were like, "That's so funny, Daddy. That's great. You should put that in." And he's like, "Oh, you think?" And his producers,
so they also,
and every producer was just like, "No, but how do you tell George Lucas no? Simple, no."
Just saying, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
They also added another ridiculous thing: the midichlorians.
Oh yeah. Well, he was gonna, he was really gonna run with that with the Wills, right?
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck the Wills are.
We're not big into the extended universe,
right? But I heard he was going to run heavily with the midichlorians because he was going to do the Wills, and the only reason I know about that shit is because of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Book of the Wills.
Right.
Also,
episodes.
They mentioned that in Rogue One or something.
Episode 7, I think it was when.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the sacred Jedi text that Luke has.
Right.
So they fix up their ship. They're taking off. Darth Maul shows up. They have a fight for a short period, an abbreviated fight. They knock him off the landing ramp. And they take off. And then Obi-Wan goes like, "Who the fuck was that guy?"
Yeah. He had a red lightsaber.
He had a red lightsaber. That was awesome.
He was trained in the Jedi arts.
Yeah.
All right.
So Qui-Gon, after checking the blood, doing a blood test with, and I shit you not, that communicator he had in his hand was a Lady Gillette razor.
Are you serious?
Because those rubber ribs that look like the screen. Next time you see it, do a search for it or something.
That's fucking funny.
And the Jedi communicator. It's that Lady Gillette that track 3 or something like that.
Right. Wow. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up right now. What is it?
Yeah. I think it's Lady Gillette. I'm gonna look it up here myself. Yeah. Gillette for Women Sensor Excel is what it is. The personal communicator used by Qui-Gon Jinn in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, was constructed from the resin cast of a Gillette Ladies Sensor XL razor.
Oh my God. Look at this thing. God, that's...
And I did notice it the first time around because they were big at the time, those Sensor XL lady, because of how big and wide the handle is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so when I looked at it, I said, man, that is a lady Gillette.
Wow. That is... Wow. Prop department was like, my wife gave me this.
Yeah. So he takes some blood and sticks it in the Jedi communicator, and they say, boy, these midichlorians are off the charts. And the kid asks, I was wondering, what are midichlorians? Because the kid is such a terrible, terrible actor.
Oh my God.
He just seems like he's reading every line or just repeating something someone told him to say.
Basa tu pasha. Whatever. Like,
yeah. Well, you know who was in the running to be the kid?
No.
And George Lucas chose Jake Lloyd over him.
Who?
The Sixth Sense kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Someone who can act. Go figure.
Yeah. He would have been. He would have been a whole lot better in this movie because he could act as a child.
So I have a question. Why did he have to, like, when he spoke to Watto?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Why did he have to speak in that nonsense when Watto spoke English? It was broken English.
Yeah.
But it was English nonetheless.
Yeah, but maybe that's Watto's natural language, and the kid Watto preferred to speak in that.
And what the hell are you saying, kid?
But you win this one, Outlander.
Yeah, exactly.
When he's talking to Outlanders,
right? Like he could, it just made no. It was hard to watch. Well, the movie was hard to watch, but every time
it was hard to watch the movie.
It was like everything I remember about this being bad, it came back tenfold, and I was just like, what in the fuck am I doing?
So they go to Coruscant, where the Galactic Senate is. Right. And Palpatine gets what's her face? The Queen Amidala. And Queen Amidala, and says, this Valorum, he's not going to help. General Zod's not going to help you out. Right.
Because he's going to be stuck in that fucking mirror soon, and no one's going to be able to get him out.
That's right.
And she's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? The Phantom Zone. That's what I'm talking about. It's that flat thing they get stuck in.
Yeah.
So
kind of looks like cellophane.
So the galactic president gets ousted. What's his face gets stuck in there.
Palpatine. He didn't even put up a fight. He just sat down. He was like, I guess I'm out.
That's right. He did. He just sat down. He didn't even say anything.
He's like,
what kind of
fuck?
What kind of politician is that?
Again? This
happened to me last week.
Right. This is my fourth Senate this month I got kicked out of.
Where
am I going to go now?
So, Queen Amidala says, I'm going back to my planet and I'm going to save my people. Everyone knew Padme was Amidala at that point. Right. Why didn't she just speak like Padme? Right. Why go back to the monotone?
Well, why does Radio Shack ask for your address when you're buying batteries?
So her plan is they're going back to the planet. Right. They're going to meet with the Gungans. Yeah. And Jar Jar Binks gets them all together, and the Gungan thing says, oh, they think they're so smarty. Right. And they think their head too big.
Yeah. You don't think you're better than Naboo? Yeah. Or the Gungans? No. What?
Those don't think you're better than the Gungans.
We're totally better, but don't tell him that. No.
No. No, of course not.
We don't think we're better?
Yeah, we don't think we're better.
So you're saying you don't? I'm saying I don't?
I'm saying I don't. That's right. I'm
saying that. Yes.
But do you mean it?
Yes.
I mean, I'm saying it.
Yes, I definitely mean that I am saying it. I am saying, yes. I am definitely mean that I'm saying it.
And he goes, good enough for me.
All right. Now you guys go out and deal with all the battle, and I'll run back to my palace.
Yeah, while you guys all get killed, you Gungans all get killed.
Here's the plan. Since we're all together now, right? We're all one. We're a big happy family. You guys are the warriors because you guys are tough. Yusa could beat them up, the mechanics. I will go. I will go to my palace and not fight as many as you are going to fight. So I'll take like the 10 that are guarding my palace. I'll take those.
Yeah.
And then
you take all the rest of them.
Yeah, you guys handle like the lion's share of that.
Oh, and the Jedis are coming with me.
Yeah, the Jedi. No. So we get the Jedis? No. They're also coming with me.
The Jedi would help you a lot if they were going with you, but they're not.
Not only am I taking I'm taking both. I'm taking both Jedi.
Both Jedi.
I'm not leaving one Jedi who will probably help you greatly if I could leave.
They can like take on like hundreds by themselves, just the two of them. So they're coming with me to take on the 20 people that are at the palace.
I mean, if you want, I can leave you the kid. I mean, he's technically going to be a Jedi, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, I could. He's going to come with me too, though, because we need to sit him in a hangar.
Yeah. So they go and she lays out this plan.
Let's back up a little, Jim.
Okay.
Why on God's green earth or Naboo's green earth?
Or Naboo's green. Naboo's green Naboo.
Yeah. On God's green Naboo. Did they fucking take the kid with them when he could have stayed at the Jedi Temple and just been safe and hung out with that fucking librarian until they got back from Naboo? Like, why would you bring
that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
All right, Ag.
He could have just stayed with the Jedi. Right. They said, we're not going to train him, but we're not kicking him out either.
You're not training him. Okay, can I leave him here? Fuck no. You got to take him with you.
No, you got to take his ass with you.
No, the fucking librarian would have fucking took him.
So,
I mean, it makes no sense. It made no sense.
I didn't even think of that. There is no reason for him to be there.
No reason whatsoever for him to be after what they could have come back to is when Obi-Wan came back, and said, I'm going to train him. That still could have happened. My master died.
Right.
I made him a promise. I'm taking the kid. I'm going back to the library. I'm going to go get him right now. I'm sure he's knee deep in, Space Barney or whatever the fuck it is.
Well, they didn't even have to leave him in the Jedi Temple. They could have left him anywhere. They could have put him up in the Hilton.
Right, the Hilton with the breakfast.
Yeah, with the breakfast.
Yeah, like, why did you bring him back into the danger? Like, he's just in your way.
See, Qui-Gon, this is why you're not on the Jedi Council, because you do stupid shit like that.
Right. That's exactly it. Like, you know what? And Obi-Wan had to be like, I got to get a new fucking master, because this dude is
because Obi-Wan's going
fucking reckless.
I really think this is a bad idea.
Yeah. Be mindful of the future. I'm mindful. Why are we taking the kid? Leave him.
Yeah.
We're taking him. I don't think it's a good decision.
He's a mascot.
Right.
He's our mascot.
He's our mascot. He's our mascot. Come on, kid. Your good luck charm.
Come on.
It's Qui-Gon, don't you think it's a little reckless bringing a child into a war zone?
Into a war zone?
What could happen?
We'll stick him in a fighter ship. What could happen if we do that?
Exactly. Anakin, sit up in that fighter ship and turn it on. But don't drive it. Don't you drive it. He's pointing his finger at it. Don't you get in that and start it and drive it.
That's right. So him and R2 get in the spaceship while they're doing all the fighting. Darth Maul. The thing is, when she was laying out the plan, the point I was making is Qui-Gon, after her plan, where he says, "Well, what about the droid army? What are you going to do about that?" And she goes, "Well, we're going to find whatever fighters we can find, and they can go fly up." And I said, and I'm sitting there and go, "How do you know how many fighters you're going to be able to free and send up there? Maybe they're all dead. Who knows?"
Right. We're gonna free fighters. How many? There's 2 of them. And
there's 2.
One of them's out of gas.
So that's when Qui-Gon says, "That's an excellent plan." And I'm going, "No, it's not. It's not an excellent plan."
But they didn't pan over to see fucking Obi-Wan with his head in his hand, shaking like, "No, this is bad. Like, this is not good.
This is not good. That's not even a plan. That's not freeing some fighter pilot. Yeah, maybe getting lucky and freeing some fighter pilots, and they'll get lucky and blow up that ship.
He's on his Lady Bick. Hey, Yoda. Yeah, remember Qui-Gon and the Defiant stuff that I talked about? And yeah, he's going off the rails, man. He's like. No, he's definitely going to go through with it. He brought the kid. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah. He keeps talking into a lady's razor.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Yeah. He thinks it's a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, he
keeps talking into it.
He almost cut his lips on his lightsaber again. He almost burned his lips on his lightsaber again. I keep telling him, don't
put it close to your face.
Don't put it close to your face. I know it's warm.
There are other ways to get warm.
Dude, it's not a toy.
That's how Qui-Gon likes his cigarettes. I go through so many cigarettes this way. Hold on, I got to do it very carefully. Ow! Too far again. Can I have the chapstick?
Oh, yeah.
So the kid gets stuck in the ship. R2's in it, and they go flying into space because the thing's on autopilot.
Right.
And it's going to go with all the other ships.
Uh-huh.
Yet R2, who can fix a fucking hyperdrive while being shot at, and has done other amazing things throughout this whole episode, can't turn off the fucking autopilot until the kid's already there.
I was going to say, he flew, but he can't fucking turn off autopilot.
Yeah. It's like, what, you just get bad at it?
Like, yeah, dude, you're already in the R2 cockpit. Just turn it off.
Listen, Anakin. Normally, this would be easy for me.
Yeah,
but there's something. But this got a software upgrade. Yeah. It's giving me a problem.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one, and I just need a refresher. Could you make it quick?
Yeah, yeah. I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
So once he does, the kid. He go, "Oh, I'll do a spin. That's a good trick."
Yeah.
"Oh, let's go left.
Yeah.
In space."
Yeah.
I'm going to go through space to the left.
Yeah. Well, left space is
that's how you avoid getting shot.
Yeah.
You go to left space.
Yeah. This is a good, again, you should have been at the library, kid, with the old lady.
Yeah. And so he goes into the Space Federation ship, and he's in the hangar. and he starts shooting things up in the hangar, right? And then he flies out. And all the other pilots are looking down. They go, "It's blowing up from the inside. We didn't do that." Then what the fuck were you there for?
Right. we didn't do that. All we did was fly by it a couple times. No one thought about shooting it.
We just flew around it.
No one thought about shooting
I didn't know
You didn't want
shooting it. What?
the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, you kidding? We could have done that.
We just flew by 3 other ones. We just flew. We didn't know you wanted us to shoot them.
Yep. Well, now I know for next time. You shoot the shit.
All right. Let me write this down. let me
shoot enemy ship.
Let me just type.
I'm going to put that on a Post-it note, and I'm going to stick it right here on my console.
Just like all you hear is this typing in his cockpit. You just hear this. You hear.
I'm setting a reminder. Siri.
Yeah. Let me backspace.
Siri set a reminder for Tuesday to shoot alien ship.
Reminder: shoot the ships. Enemy ships approaching. Would you like me to shoot?
Alexa. So Anakin shoots up the ship. Boom! It blows up. The droid army stops dead.
Right.
And not only stops dead, but one of them, the head falls off. Now I'm saying
that's
so that ship was controlling all of those evil droids, right? And once the power's off,
right,
their parts fall off. It's like, why did the head fall off?
Right. Well, our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh, they all broken. It's like, why are they broken? I can understand them shutting off.
Right.
Well, but why are they broken?
Like, when the heads snapped down, maybe they weren't tight. Maybe they,
that one was just loose.
After they powered down so many times and their heads bounce and it just, wear and tear, Jim.
So while this is happening, what's his face shows up, Darth Maul, and proceeds to battle Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. And and he's quite the badass because he takes on both of them. Two very skilled Jedi, and it takes both of them to try to take him down. So the dark side's probably stronger. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah. Qui-Gon gets killed by Darth Maul. Obi-Wan then cuts Darth Maul in half. And while they're all at Qui-Gon's funeral, Yoda tells Obi-Wan, "Okay, you can train the kid." Big mistake, Yoda.
Yeah.
Big mistake. You can train the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work out very well. Yeah. So, and everyone is chanting peace and holding up a glowing orb at the end, and everyone's happy and smiling. And Palpatine goes to, young Skywalker, we'll be keeping an eye on your career.
Quite closely. Oh, dude, not here. Sorry. Closely.
Oh, sorry.
Closely.
Closely, yes. Oh, forgot where I was.
Forgot where I was for a second. I'm sorry. Again, I did it.
Again. Sorry. Am I doing it again?
Yeah. Am I doing it again?
So, the end. The first Star Wars we got in how many years? Was it 1986 to 99?
Yeah.
Was it 1986 or 1984 when Jedi came out?
I want to say 86.
Yeah, because 77, 80, and 3 years after that. 83.
Yeah.
It was probably 83.
83, 84, I think. Yeah. So thanks for fucking it up, Lucas.
Yeah. So the first time I saw it, I have to say, I wanted to like it so bad. I wanted to love it.
Yep.
And then I saw it, and I say, I'm not loving this. But then I saw it the second time, and I'm going, yeah, this confirms it. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. It went from I'm not loving this to I don't even like it a little to I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch the second one.
I don't think I want to see this again.
No.
So let's see. What did this get? 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's way high for this movie.
I agree there.
But it did make a ton of dough. It had a budget of $115 million and raked in a paltry $1.27 billion.
Right. Okay.
Not counting toys and DVDs and all kinds of other crap.
Right.
So, crosshair time.
Oh, fuck this. Fuck this movie. We made it better by adding the hotel. The what not to do with a little kid when you're going into battle.
So I would give this a 1.5, maybe. One because Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Right. And a half because I saw some lightsaber battles.
Yeah. I give it a 1 only because it said Star Wars in the beginning in the crawl, and then it dropped to the ship, and then after that it was I wanted it to go to the end credit where it went. It should have done that. Then I would have given it a 5. I would have given it a 5 if it did that.
Yeah. So after watching it after this many years, my feelings have not softened toward it.
I found so many more, like we talked about. There were so many, bad decisions in it.
It's like
I can't wait to.
Let's all use let's use some common sense, fellas.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take the kid to the war.
What they should have done is listen to that Banaka.
Yeah. Because
that all Banaka did the whole time through was say, we can't do this. This isn't going to work.
Right. Well,
we can't beat them. Who's that guy?
Right. What the fuck happened to that dude's head? No one's getting that one, Jim.
Yeah, I know. So
if someone gets that, good for you. But I doubt it.
It was terribly written.
Yeah.
It was was terribly acted with good actors.
Yeah.
You have people that are perfectly capable of acting.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor was the only one in the movie where I didn't hate. I didn't hate his performance.
I liked Obi-Wan. If they made a movie about Obi-Wan, which they're going to make a TV series about Obi-Wan.
I know.
And I can't wait for that.
I know.
I'll watch the shit out of that if it's as good as The Mandalorian.
You think that they'll have one episode where he just hangs out with fucking Dax? Remember Dax from the cook
Dax?
Dax at the he was the cook.
Oh, at that space diner.
Like there's an episode of him just hanging out with Dax eating. Like that would be. It would be like Ben Kenobi's Seinfeld episode where he just hangs out at the diner. It's like the coffee shop. He goes to the coffee shop.
Exactly.
It just.
I forgot about the space diner.
Yeah, like he just goes there all the time. He has 3 friends.
Yeah, because he's a regular. They know each other by name.
That's what I mean. Like, hey. So he goes in, has some blue milk, has 3 other friends, sits there.
Well, baby, that's coming up in the next one.
In
Attack of the Clones.
I know, but like everybody, like, you go there and, he hangs out and there's like 6 or 7 Jedi. Hey, Obi-Wan, what's going on, man? He's like, hey, what are you guys eating? And he goes over and steals one of their fries.
Yeah. Yo,
order your own fries. Fucking Obi-Wan.
Fries, fucking Obi-Wan.
Just because you fucking made the council. You don't have to be a dick.
Yeah, I hear he's got that weird mask.
No, this is Obi-Wan after, like,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
yeah, like he's already the council, the whole nine.
Comes over, sticks his finger in their fucking mashed potatoes. Man, Obi-Wan, why you gotta be such a fucking dick
Yeah.
all the time?
Are you on the council? You on the council, motherfucker? No,
Fucking no.
I am. Give me that fucking French fry.
Yeah. When was the last time you talked to Yoda? You never talked to Yoda.
You never.
I talk to him all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
you don't fucking know Yoda like I know Yoda. The
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. You've probably seen him.
Yeah. No, dude, you fucking hang out with Yadel. You don't hang out with Yoda.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't even tell them apart.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah.
One's a broad.
Yeah, one's abroad and has fucking curly hair.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, so terrible movie.
Oh my God. You hang out with Yadel.
Yoda, you dumb fuck.
Yeah,
That's not Yoda.
Yeah. And she's just at the diner and looks up. She's like, what the fuck? See? What I tell you? You're hanging out with fucking.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. She's like fucking eating soup. Just fucking soup. Fucking broken oyster crackers all over the place.
They're like, what the hell did I do?
Yeah, I was like, I'm on the council too, motherfucker. What's up?
Fucker.
Yeah.
I'm a council longer than you.
Yeah.
I sit right next to that guy with the fucking long head.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. What you got there, Yadel? You rocking some space chowder again?
Space chowder. Oh, man, you made me drop my space food.
My space. Everything's space.
Space.
We got a space Sprite?
Space food. Can I get a Space Sprite? Oh, no, diet
Yeah.
Space Sprite.
Yeah. No. Zero sugar. Space Sprite.
Yeah, zero. It tastes better. I think
Yeah, I think it tastes better. I like it. You know what I would like? A space strawberry shake. How about that?
Oh. Now you're talking. Now you're talking, Yaddle.
It's Yadel.
It's
We've been hanging out for fucking 9 years on the council. You can't get it right? Not important enough. Yodel.
Yodel. Yeah. Now you're talking, Yodel.
I'm talking Yodel. It's Yadel. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Back at you, Yodel.
Yeah.
She's fucking eating soup.
Like Obi-Wan, space's biggest jerk.
Like everybody thought he was really the super nice guy. He's just a big asshole.
Yeah. See the other Jedis, they're sitting at the seats, and one's going, you see one jump up because he had his fucking lightsaber heating up the seat underneath him.
Just fucking takes his lightsaber and cuts their sandwich in half, but fucking breaks the plate. How many fucking times am I going to tell you, Obi-Wan?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You just burned the edges, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fucking, you know how much I paid for that fucking Gruyere?
Yeah. That space Gruyere.
Yeah, it's space
My
Gruyere.
space sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so fucking funny. You go to Obi-Wan's apartment, it's like fucking, it's like fucking the fucking dude lair. He has all fucking weird lighting.
Yeah.
He uses his lightsaber to melt cheese for girls. Some fondue now, motherfucker.
That's how he melts his nachos.
What? Space football's coming on. And it's just the fucking
Space football.
and it's just the TV and it just shows the fucking football team from the Jetsons.
Oh.
Say, we need to write this shit.
So that's about it, I guess. Man, we went long talking about a bad movie.
Yeah. Well, we had to. It was fucking. We had to make it good somehow.
All right. So until next time.
Right. Next time. Well, our next show should be a Christmas.
Like a real movie.
No, it's Christmas. Remember, we got to do Christmas Chronicles.
Christmas Chronicles?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
You got to watch Christmas Chronicles and Christmas Chronicles too. I already seen Christmas Chronicles.
I will watch both of them.
And
Christmas Chronicles.
And your top 5 Christmas songs.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you are talking. That's going to take some thought.
I'm already done.
Okay. Wow. Excuse me.
So yes,
pardon me.
Christmas.
I'm more discerning. I have to curate.
I know.
And analyze.
I know you do. That's why I'm giving. We got a whole week.
All right. So it's what's it called?
Christmas Chronicles and Christmas Chronicles 2.
Chronicles 2. We will review that and we will speak on our top 5 Christmas songs.
That's right.
It's going to be quite a Christmas episode.
So, Carl, if you want to send us an email, you know our email address.
Nope.
I don't have to say it anymore.
Know what's better than Christmas?
Space Christmas.
So yes, destroymail@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
People still listen even if they don't email.
Okay. Sure they are, Jim.
Someone please send Richie an email.
Don't send me a pity email. Send it because you want to send it. I don't want to fucking hear from you just because. I don't want an email saying, here's your email.
Well, go to damnshow.co and you can use our Amazon link to go to Amazon and shop. Or you can join the Patreon if you want to listen to our back episodes.
Yeah.
The first 150 of them, which are not available online, you become a patron, get access to all of that, our entire backpack catalog. There's a Patreon link right on our page, damshow.co, EAMSHOW.co.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's about it, ladies and germs.
That's right. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Night damnation.
You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what they're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So
mostly classic TV, especially
but if
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.